There we go. Hello, people. Happy Monday. Just unplug this lovely thing. Ooh, how's everyone doing today? It's the Moonday Vibez. And excited to come on here and share, and hopefully everyone can hear me. Usually in these videos, we do a little bit of energy work. Hey, Dorking. Hello. Pull some cards. And I'm realizing, like, oh, do I need to start getting more tarot cards or different decks and stuff, which is probably a dangerous road to go down, though. Keep it fresh for you all. Here we usually just check in and pull some cards. So if you would like some cards pulled, you can let me know in the comments. But we'll also just kind of do a sort of centering, just to bring ourselves here. I feel like there's a lot of I'm feeling it today, just the excitement of what's happening in life, and the fact that we're powerful creators. You are a creator. Whether or not you're new to a spiritual journey or whatever, just recognizing that power of creation inside of you, because you are spirit, you are God, you are it's moving through you and out and wants to manifest through the desires that you hold in your heart. Okay. So we'll just kind of do a centering here, wherever you are right now, just finding yourself in your comfortable spot. And you can have eyes opened or closed, whatever feels right for you and your body. And just becoming aware of your seat on the chair, or your back laying down. Just noticing the points in which your body makes contact with the surface below. Maybe feet on the floor. What points are touching the floor and which points actually have space between you and the floor. And now inviting you to become aware of the space around you and your skin. So you might just notice the layer of your skin, clothing, whatever that very, very thin layer is around you that makes contact with your environment. And now become aware of that space that is your environment. So the room, noticing the four walls, the ceiling above, the floor below, all the objects in the space, and then the air in the space around you. How close does it come to you? And with the boundaries or borders of self, of your body, and with those borders of the space around you, just noticing the space between both of those. However thick or thin that is. So where does the air touch your body, touch your skin, touch your clothing, your hair? Can you become aware of that between place? The joining of the two. Just noticing that space, the texture, what colors, what energies are associated to that space. Notice that it is all around you. Even where the floor and your feet touch, or your chair and your bottom, that there is a space between both you and the environment. It's an interaction, a blending of both. And so we're going to continue to tap into that space this week and the potential that that space has for you to create. Just knowing that it can electrify and charge you up, can inspire you and guide you. Whenever you're ready, you can just bring your awareness back to the breath, back to your body, inside your body, to the sounds in the room. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes, returning back. So yes, if you'd like a card, you can let me know in the comments. I assume Dora King, you want a card, but I don't want to assume. Sometimes it's hard if I assume too much. Yeah, just really recognizing the power that we all have. Okay, Dora King, get your cards here. That power to create and the power to like really be conscious and aware of our environment. How's the energy been for people this past like 48 hours even? Has anyone noticed like sensitivities? Is there like energy field or anything like that? Dora King, we have the instinct card, which has these wolves on it. Kind of getting the sense of you being guided by ancestors. Ancestors, but also your intuition, obviously. We have expansion with the throat chakra. So instinct. Yeah, interesting just seeing these wolves. I guess it's technically two wolves. There's the moon here, and we have these three other little moons in a way, which I find very interesting. You know, when we talk instinct, talk intuition from like a shamanic perspective, it's about the womb space, the below, those bottom kind of like three chakras, you know. So root, sacral, solar plexus, the importance of connecting to that root space, which is also related to our ancestors, okay? So if there's something that's opening up for you around your ability to connect with your ancestors, that's just really exciting. Are you willing to listen, knowing that they have your back? I was just told by someone, because we were planning on traveling here this week, about like calling in the energy of the wolf pack or the wolf medicine to support with traveling. And I think this can tie into like astral travel as well. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Okay. Ooh, okay, I apologize. People are on here, and I don't know whose cards got whose cards and whatever happened, but we have here the Three of Discs. Okay. Three of Discs. We also have the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands. So like when I see this, like I'm just seeing the sense of like the burden of having to carry life, having to hold up all of this stuff on your own, Dora King. And here we have like as four shows up, it's able to hold itself up, but also there's like everything has been built, you know, like here it was almost like I'm seeing it's like the before and the after, where it's like, oh, you've stepped into the work, you stepped into honoring spirituality or whatever area of your life that you're building, even if it's like a home, maybe your family. And it can seem like it can be hard to envision, what is it going to look like? What is it? How am I going to do it? Like I'm having to carry all this, but here I'm being shown the sense of like, this is the after image where you have the building of the dreams with the like fortress or whatever castle in the background. And all these wands or these poles are being held up by this like covering to provide shade and protection. And then we have people celebrating like family, ancestors, like they also are supporting. And I can see, because it's like these beings in the back are actually carrying the plant material that's used to create this canopy. And they're like, yeah, like you've done it. So whatever those blueprints are, the camera's really, there we go. Whatever those blueprints are of like, and the building and the time that's been taken, you've used your instincts, your intuition, continue to connect to the ancestors, and they can really support you, okay, with what it is that you're creating. Let's pull here. I'm trying to let things go. Okay, well, let's see if there's some guidance in the cards for any of that letting go. Hey, Andrew, nice to have you here. Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's something, when you say that, Dora King, about letting go, it's like that person holding the wands has to let go. Otherwise, like, maybe those ancestors can't come and support. I think, though, it's like a mutually beneficial experience where it's like we ask and we also trust that they are going to like show up to hold on so that we can let go. We have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? So the energy here of like that grasping and taking and feeling overwhelmed by the world around you, maybe even around like certain family members right now. But like just looking at how powerful this being is, standing in their power. Again, I'm seeing those lights here in the lower chakras. This one goes up to, technically it looks like it's going up to either there's sacral or there's solar plexus. So there's something there. I think it may be envisioning energy like those 3 dots. It's interesting because the big one there is 4. Imagining those 3 chakras and maybe up to the 4th, but I would say into the solar plexus for sure, just with all this like yellow and these cards as well. That can definitely support with the boundary setting. And when we set boundaries, I think we're better able to release, because it's like we're releasing those unhealthy relationships too, okay? Oh my goodness, let's do this again. Cards are just like all over the place for you, it seems. Okay. So these are the Angel of Abundance cards. We're like, let's come out and play today. Abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will receive. Again, interesting, those lights moving up the person's body. How fascinating is that? Like, both of these cards. So, and like looking at the divinity in both of these beings, the auric field at the top. So if you are having kind of like more spontaneous awarenesses and stuff to spirit, that like expansion again, this is all like, grounding down and letting it go into the earth and then bringing it up into your solar plexus. I get the sense it's going to be very powerful for you. It's going to help you, obviously, in this case with abundance, drawing in the things that you would like to see happen. But see, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment. And that is what you will experience. So how is it already showing up for you? Gratitude can be helpful with this. Just connecting to those truths of oneself can be really beneficial. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's all I have to say about that. Working. Is there anything else that I have to say about that? At the bottom here we have impatience. So much of these bright lights, skylights. I don't know if that showed up for you last time. I thought it showed up in one of the readings for someone not that long ago. But gratitude helps with that sense of impatience for sure. Well, at least to a degree, and then sometimes it doesn't. And this is all part of the learning. We're coming and going from feeling comfortable or not comfortable with things in our life, with how abundance shows up. And so gratitude is part of that, where it might be easier some days and sometimes not so easy to do. I'm working on that. That's true. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. The lights have been with me. Yeah. So what do the lights want to offer you? Oh, I put that card back. Is it on top? No. Is it on the bottom? No. But like that angel, the abundance mindset card had like the green energy moving around and drawing in money and giving money, drawing in money. Like it's like that kind of continual cycle of movement. So just pointing that out there. What do those lights have to contribute to your life, and vice versa, Dora King? But yeah, you're welcome. Sweet. Ooh, exciting. Okay, Andrew, if you'd like a card, can pull one for you. Yeah, and I was just, we'll speak here. Oh, you've been working with the angels. Cool. Yeah. Ooh, maybe we should connect to some angel fun today before we go here. But so it's 26, right? Yeah. Next week this week I'll be traveling. Next week I haven't decided if I'm going to do a live on the Monday. I may or may not. So keep an eye out for that. It might be a very spontaneous live, not necessarily scheduling it, just because I think I'll be traveling between cities. And I'm going to be visiting Mount Shasta, and I have to email people on the mailing list about this. But if you would like energy like sent to you from Mount Shasta, Reiki, just like lovely light energy, kind of tapping into that like space of Mount Shasta where the Lemurian beings, I guess, kind of join and merge and do things, you can let me know. Just maybe put in the chat like Lemuria, however you want to spell that. You can put an emoji, and I will write your name down and send that on Thursday this week. I believe will be Thursday or Friday. So just, speaking that to you. And then when I return, and the next live, I think will then be like actually, I'm not even sure I'll be back on July 11th. We'll figure it out. Eventually, though, I'll update you on how that all was. And so, I'm excited. Excited to share that with you. Okay, Andrew, let's get you some cards here. Start with some tarot. Andrew. I'm excited to be going, though, to get away a little bit. I feel like, something really has been like shifting for me personally, where life has been guiding me to another kind of path. And, and I just want to speak to this about the fact that sometimes we think we know what we want, or it's been what we've wanted, and it's our path. And then the universe starts to like plant little seeds of like, oh, what about this? What about this? And it can be something that's completely out of like left field. And like this just happened for me today. And as I realized this like new space that I'm finding myself in, the like bliss and the happiness, like we were at like kind of like a business meeting, if you want to call that, or whatever. And the excitement that was like coming up internally for me. I was like, haven't felt like this since like oh, like when you're like doing something super exciting. It's just like, oh my God, you can't even like hold back. Like my partner was sitting across the table, and I like just want to laugh. Like I just want to, and I like was trying to cover my face. It's like, well, you can't just start laughing in front of people. Like that's just weird, but it's not weird. But like, can we allow ourselves to feel the excitement and trust that the universe is guiding us to where it wants to? Anyways, okay, so we have the 9 of Cups here. Let's do one more. Oh, the 5 of Cups and the Page of Wands. So I'm kind of getting the sense here, Andrew. Oops. There we go. I'm kind of getting this sense here of like, if we think about the manifestation process, if we think about how we go from thoughts, which are like swords with Raphael, and then we go to cups, which are like the emotions, and then we go to the wands, which are like the action, before we get to the coin, or the physicality of manifestation. It's almost like this sense of what that manifestation process has been for you. So it's like, yeah, this confidence and feeling on top, which is great and very beneficial. And then it almost like took to this point of like the 5, which is like half of the 10, which is fascinating. It's almost like it seems like it steps backwards. Okay. This energy was definitely prevalent last week, I would say. I noticed that was the feeling that like, oh my God, I've done all this work, been on track of my emotions, the gratitude, the like good feelings so that I can do law of attraction, whatever. And then it feels like, oh, shit, I just took so many steps back and life is incredibly hard. Emotions seem hard, thoughts seem hard, blah, 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 blah. It's like that happens so that we can like really just recognize the important parts, because there's still going to be like 10, there's still going to be 5 other cups. Okay. So the emotions that needed to be let go, the shame, the guilt, the anything that's like really dense and not really serving so that the manifestation and action can come forward, all that stuff needed to kind of go. So I'm hoping that you've like found yourself in a more positive light. If you haven't, like you will, and it's going to guide you to support with moving in the like action state forward. So grieve where you need to, be patient, and hold where you need to for yourself, like in that space. I'm feeling more confident and at peace with an upcoming life change. Cool. Ooh, exciting. So you have here a violet card. I think this is the crown chakra, but forgiveness. And I'm kind of being like shown here that inner child forgiveness. Something that's been coming up too this past week is like the need to do the releasing of people that have harmed us, or any resentments that we might have, like we need to release. There was one that like I literally spent like the whole evening just going through like scenarios where like maybe there's a charge with certain people, especially like in our youth. Oh, like weird thing happened. I was like last week, okay, before all this stuff, I noticed this like young kid, okay, I don't know, maybe he was like 12 or something, this boy, and I had never seen him before. I saw him like in a total like 3 or 4 times in like the area. Like at one point, like walking through the parking lot. A time before that, like somewhere crossing a road, and then another time. I think the last time it would have been 3 then, at the grocery store. Which when you go in public, like even if you live in a neighborhood, like you rarely see the same people, in my opinion. And when I saw this kid, though, I was like, shit, this kid reminds me of like a boy I knew when I was in like elementary school. And then thinking about resentments and all those things, and it just had me really pondering like, oh, like, was there any hard feeling toward him, towards like his friends, towards who? So if people are showing up in your environment, Andrew, that like are mirroring to you, folks that you've known, they might not actually be them, they could be them. Definitely just explore, okay, what forgiveness, what needs to be released there energetically that can be of support for you, especially as you're moving into this place and like really finding excitement for these upcoming life changes. You can do that by going into meditation, eyes closed, and just kind of like do whatever, like just visualize and like have conversations with the people, okay? So we have Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. So I think you've like had a lot of feminine energy behind you. Makes sense. It's like this isn't just about divine masculine, it's the feminine as well. So there's a backing there to support you with whatever healing and whatever plans or path you're doing moving forward. And then we have Dance with Life, do something to change your energy. And I'm kind of getting the sense that like moving through this forgiveness stuff can be a powerful part of that. it's going to give you a new perspective. You can see this woman dancing, and like the two aspects of her, one is facing forward, one is facing backwards. When we do forgiveness work, honoponopono, whatever it might be, it can really support with coming to new insights and understandings about that. Okay, let's just do this card, I feel. Donations, tithing, and charitable work. Give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. So, yeah, wherever it is that you might donate, share, tithe, or give back in some way, it doesn't always have to be money. Like money is a way that, it's an energy, it's currency, it makes sense. But just recognizing, and everyone has their own view about tithing. I personally do believe like a tenth of income or whatever. So if you make like $5,000 on a paycheck, to tithe 10%, which would be $500, like it seems like a lot, but honestly, when we can tithe that set amount, because the universe works as multiples of 10, then it can really give back. And something that I've done is like I'll split that like $500 or whatever it is between, okay, yeah, like this person really inspired me, and maybe I give some to like a church, and and it's interesting just to see how when we can be in that flow, how it moves. So there might be something there for you. It can also help heal if there's been like past stuff with, tithing to church. Maybe there's forgiveness that needs to happen towards like, oh, that kind of mindset of taking money and spirituality and all that stuff. I tend to lean extremely androgynous when completely in my power. Dance with life is an extremely strong affirmation. Cool, cool. Okay. Yeah. So the middle path in a way, if I can call it that. That's how I would call it. Anything else here? Ooh, sorry. I just yawn there. I think we're supposed to do some little bit of energy stuff. I don't see if anyone else wants a card. There are people there, but I didn't see any other comments. Maybe we'll just, I definitely am feeling like just chill today. Oh, wrong deck. So yeah, I'm hoping to share a bit of energy work. Curious too what people's thoughts are on like coming onto these lives in future, and maybe just receiving energy through different messages, which kind of happens anyway, minus the cards. But what that would look like even from a place of joining like a Zoom call to have a bit more like interaction and engagement with each of you. You can let me know if that's something. I know people's schedules can be a little hectic, but maybe that's something I'll just consider offering in the future, and have it a little bit more private and in a container where everyone can like take part more interactively. Because there is something about our energy in like group space. So anyways, just speaking that. So wherever you are, you can just find yourself there, sitting, lying down if you want to relax into this practice. And energy is flowing to you now. You do usually channel Reiki, which is like a universal healing energy. It's all in the highest good, highest light and love. And we're going to call in your ancestors, any guides that want to show up for you, any animal guides here that have any medicine for you as well. And as this process continues, you can just allow yourself to be aware of whatever shows up in your body, sensations, emotions, feelings, any thoughts. And if it's hard for you to focus your mind, then just allow it to become aware of the breath, some other anchor like sound. We're going to call to those four archangels of the directions just to contain the space and support us as we go through the rest of this week. That like foundation of those angels in the four directions. I'll just vibrate the God titles as we go through. And so we call to Archangel Raphael in the east. Call to the sun rising, to the grandfathers, stars. Yore Vate. Going to be here now. And we call to the energies of the west, to the setting sun, the earth, the grandmothers, and the planets, to your womb space, to your place of intuition, to your body and healing. We call to Archangel Gabriel. Be here now, energies. Now calling to the south, to that place of water and flow, heart space and love. Calling to the plants and their collective consciousness, to White Buffalo Woman, for the messages and the guidance that you can trust and have your innocence still. We call to Archangel Michael to come and be present now. Adonai. Thank you, energies, for coming and being present here now. And we call to the north. We call to that place of mind and air, of the animals and their collective consciousness, their sweet medicine. To each of our power animals, our guides, those guides of animals that want to support us and show us the medicine signs as we walk on this path of life. May our knowledge and wisdom continue to expand in spirit. We call to Archangel Uriel to come and be present now. Agala. And calling through the center to that place where Great Spirit sits, the divine feminine, divine masculine energies of creation, that spiraling center from birth, death to rebirth. Just honor all those humans that sit in the center, the collective consciousness, and all those guides, ancestors, teachers, those beings that are operating this universe beyond, and the magic, the alchemy, and the science that it takes to create the patterns and to operate everything in harmony. It's to honor those energies, calling them up inside of you, imagining even that pillar of light running up through your feet, up through your legs, up through the base of your spine, into each chakra, all those 7 chakras as it meets in the heart, up through the throat, out through the crown. Knowing that you are always supported, always loved and guided. With these angels, Raphael, Gabriel, Michael, and Oriel are there to support you in the manifestation process, in feeling a sense of protection and connection to yourself and the divine. If there's any difference between those parts, you're all just the one. So if there's anything here that you would like to just request or ask for, to pray for others, for yourself, something you would like to see created in your life, this opportunity for you to speak that to yourself here, to ask the universe to put it out into this container that we've created, so that you can continue to be guided on your path to just, really receive that which you desire. There's a thought that you pattern or anything you'd like to release, an emotion you'd like to release, you can let that be a focus here and just release it. That you can step into your more authentic way of being, the being and the path of you. How beautiful that can be for you. So we thank these guides, thank your ancestors, these beings that have been here to support. And just allowing all those desires, those asks that you've just released to just go. There's nothing we need to do right now, and trust that you will receive the synchronicities, the insights of when and how to take action that can come with ease in your life. Taking a deep breath in, filling the lungs, and letting it go. One more time, inhaling deep into the belly, up into the neck, and letting it go. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes, returning, grounding yourself here again in this environment that you might find yourself, this reality. So, I hope you all have a fabulous week. To those of you who are watching and not subscribed, I invite you to subscribe. I tend to do this every Monday. As I said, if you'd like some Lemurian energy be sent to you from Mount Shasta, you can let me know in the comments here, and I will write a little note as to who I'm sending some energy to. So don't know if I'll be coming live from the mountain itself. And I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will see you all again at some point, like whether I'm live when I'm traveling in the next week or two. We will figure that out as we get to it. But hope to see you all again. You're welcome, Andrew, Dora King. Thank you. Success. Whatever that is. I mean, that's a trivial word sometimes, but just I see success and it's like, expansion, just this excitement of life. And that to me is like the juiciness. That's the success. It's like we are living it. So, thank you. Okay, Dora King, I assume you're marking you down for Lemuria. Anyways. Okay, everyone. Have a great evening. Bye.